I'm Sarah Frugani with your Friday headlines on KENS 5 News Now. The world is watching San Antonio right now. This is new video overnight of WNBA star Brittney Griner landing at Kelly Field, San Antonio around 4:30 this morning. This is her plane on the tarmac, and it comes after the U.S. negotiated a prisoner swap on Thursday. Griner was detained in Russia since February on drug charges. She was taken to Brooke Army Medical Center overnight for medical assessment. Now, Griner's high school basketball coach is speaking out about her release from the Russian prison. Debbie Jackson coached Griner at Nimitz High School in Houston. Jackson said she always had faith in Griner's safe return, but she's also thinking about the other Americans she believes are wrongfully imprisoned overseas.
I'm so thankful that she is home for Christmas. I would like everyone to please keep in your prayers those U.S. citizens that are left behind that are wrongfully detained.
Meanwhile, a Dallas Cowboy is catching some flack today after his comments on Griner's release. Defensive Player of the Year favorite Micah Parsons took to social media to say he was upset Waylon was left behind, but he later spent some time talking to people he trusts and apologized for tweeting out of emotion for his family and others who have served. Also, NBA analyst and Hall of Famer Charles Barkley has been speaking out on Griner's arrest for months now. Barkley says this is a big wake-up call for players overseas.
But when you go to a foreign country, you can't make any single mistake. And that's unfortunately what happened to Brittney. And that's why we are in this situation we are today.
And the issue he's talking about is pay. Barkley says until the WNBA can begin paying players better salaries that compete with foreign countries, American players will keep playing abroad, which then puts them at risk. And there is some concern today over this prisoner swap and how other countries may take advantage of Americans traveling overseas. This is not exactly without merit either. According to a new report, the number of U.S. nationals wrongly detained has increased dramatically in the last decade. That number has actually spiked 175%. In more headlines today, a teacher at MacArthur High School has been arrested accused of having an inappropriate relationship with a student. 49-year-old J. Casey Stewart is facing charges for sex assault of a child. Police say they believe it's all started on Tuesday when Stewart gave a 16-year-old boy a note with her phone number on it.
They began text messaging, sending messages back and forth to each other, and they had planned to meet up. The defendant went to the victim's apartment and picked him up in her vehicle, and they drove to a motel near her residence.
SAPD says the teacher is denying allegations. Investigators are now looking into the possibility of other victims, asking anyone with information to please come forward. And we have new information about what may have led up to the murder of a little girl in North Texas, and the details are disturbing. A FedEx driver is accused of kidnapping and murdering 7-year-old Athena Strand. Court documents now reveal Tanner Horner had just delivered a package to the home when he accidentally hit the little girl while backing up in the driveway. Investigators say he confessed to grabbing her and putting her in the truck out of fear that she would tell someone he hit her. But Athena was still alive and even told him her name before he strangled her and dumped her body. Athena's mom spoke out on Thursday.
On November 30th, a FedEx delivery man drove onto Athena's father's property to deliver a package of what was supposed to be a Christmas present for our daughter. This is the package, and it's the first time I'm seeing it. The package is containing "You Can Be Anything" Barbies. Athena was robbed of the opportunity to grow up to be anything she wanted to be.
And when investigators arrested Horner, they say he reportedly told them what he had done and where they would find her body. He is now charged with capital murder and is being held on $1.5 million bond. A Bexar County judge has tossed out a lawsuit against a doctor over the state's abortion law. According to the Texas Tribune, a district judge has ruled in favor of Dr. Alan Braid. He's a San Antonio doctor who administered an abortion after the new law was in place. The judge said people who have no connection to the prohibited abortion do not have standing to bring lawsuits. And that ruling does not overturn the law, but it does provide precedent. The law is known as Senate Bill 8, and it relies on people reporting illegal abortions similar to a bounty system. In an op-ed that ran in the Washington Post, Dr. Braid wrote this, quote, "I wanted to make sure Texas did not get away with its bid to prevent this blatantly unconstitutional law from being tested," end quote. Christmas Eve will mark 7 years since a prominent church businessman was killed, but police are now hopeful a new direction could solve the killing. Henry Gutierrez was gunned down inside his home. Investigators say the case needs a fresh new set of eyes and an in-depth review, along with a recall of witnesses as part of this new effort. The Texas Rangers are also helping in this investigation. And San Antonio police needs your help identifying a suspect in the death of Alexandria Melanie Reyes. She was found dead in a duffel bag by drainage ditch on Broadview Drive in August. Crime Stoppers is willing to pay up to $5,000 for any information that leads to an arrest. A special event is being held for children who are deaf or hard of hearing to connect with Santa. Shields for Kids is hosting that event. The organization is made up of law enforcement officers, and it provides assistance to children in need. So tomorrow, Signing Santa and Mrs. Claus will join them so that children who are deaf or hard of hearing can share with Santa their Christmas wish list. This is happening at Community Bible Church at 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. tomorrow. And if you're out on a late night stroll in our area, chances are you're getting a light show just about everywhere you turn. Yelp's latest best holiday lights in Texas list is out. San Antonio is #1. No surprise. Actually, 4 spots around town made that statewide list. It includes the San Antonio Riverwalk, Windcrest Light Up, Lights Alive drive-through light show, and the Alamo, which all feature beautiful holiday lights. Are we going to have a beautiful forecast, though? Checking in with meteorologist Jeremy Baker for that.
Yeah, it's going to be better this afternoon than in the morning, that's for sure. We started out with some clouds and fog. We'll end up partly cloudy this afternoon and high temperature of 77 degrees.
That's KENS 5 News Now. Thanks so much for joining me. And remember, if you're in front of that TV, to grab the remote. Join us on KENS 5, 4:30 to 7 a.m. Monday through Friday. I'm Sarah Forgani. Have a great weekend.